This video is part of a series on coastal urbanization and its consequences on Sydney's coastline. My particular video will focus on the environmental benefits of mangroves as well as its state of recovery. According to Mangrove Watch Australia, a mangrove is a tree, shrub, palm, or ground fern that normally grows above mean sea level in the intertidal zone of marine coastal environments and estuarine margins. The word can refer both to the plant and its habitat. In New South Wales, which covers the Sydney area, there are 5 mangrove species. 2 of the most common ones are the river mangrove in the picture above and the grey mangrove in the picture below. As we can see on the map taken from Mangrove Watch Australia, the aquatic plant can be found all alongside the east coast. Mangrove Watch estimates that in New South Wales, 69 out of 133 estuaries and coastal creeks contain mangroves. This amounts to 107 square kilometers. Among its many benefits, mangrove forests provide a habitat for aquatic and terrestrial life. For instance, the fish species barramundi in the left image relies on mangroves as a breeding ground. Small insectivorous birds like the mangrove honeyeater, as shown in the image on the right, forage in a mangrove. These birds consume nectar and invertebrates. In addition to protecting biodiversity, mangrove forests also protect the coastline from erosion. It does this by trapping sediments coming from rivers and lands in its dense roots. Coastline erosion prevention becomes especially important during strong waves and storm surges. By filtering out sediments, mangroves not only protect the coast but also guard coral reefs and seagrass. In areas where mangroves have been cleared, coastal damage intensifies. Following European colonization, mangroves were cleared for the production of goods like soap and oyster farming structures. The cleared land was used for the development of ports, airports, parks, and residential complexes. Both the removal of mangroves and urbanization created a compounding effect that resulted in dire impacts on Sydney's coastline. Some of the earliest documentation of mangrove depletion was prevalent in fisheries reports and newspapers. Professor Patrick Dyer aggregated them to trace the dwindling down of the habitats in New South Wales. We can see that at the bottom of the map, the mangroves at Hawkesbury River in 1927 were rapidly depleted, and the trend continues. At the time, people were not fully aware of the benefits of mangroves. Human-made structures like groins and seawalls were, and to some extent still are, preferred approaches for coastal management. But in reality, these natural systems, like mangrove forests, are able to protect the coastline and add value to the overall ecosystem better than human-made structures could ever do. Surveys taken in 1980 and 2005 indicate that the total area of mangrove habitat within New South Wales has expanded in 65 locations, adding to a total of 21.5 square kilometers. The habitat became protected under legislations like the Fisheries Management Act of 1994, making it illegal to remove mangroves without a permit. Other reasons suggest increased sedimentation rates could also be responsible for their growth. While mangroves have grown on the whole, 9 areas were found to have shown habitat loss or destruction. Additionally, this proliferation has been at the expense of salt marshes. The landward movement of mangroves, especially in Southeast Australia due to climate change, threatens the role of salt marshes within the surrounding ecosystem. Thank you for watching. For any comments or questions, please see the link below or check out our website.